All right, folks. Oh my gosh. What is wrong with that? Guys, I have got some big news, okay? I'm live right now. Hold on. Okay. Okay. I gotta go. Get going. I want y'all to understand this. The reason I'm coming on here late. I wasn't expecting to do this live. And why not? Because there's a lot of news, okay? And it pertains to the video that I just did, the witch's hat, and Halloween 3, the microchip in your brain, stuff like that. Um, and we're gonna get to it. I mean, shoot, why not? Let's start off with Teresa's thing she just sent me. Y'all, why are y'all doing this? Okay, cool, thanks. I'm live. I need to start waking up, everyone. Seriously, quit making government think you're stupid. Okay, just try not to look dumb. We need to be smart, and we need to be smart, and I mean fast. Teresa, I was about to do this report. It's funny you sent me the same report that my advisors just sent me, and I'm so glad you did. Thank you, Teresa Russell. Russia prepares to shut down internet. This is big. Well, yeah, it's big. And it pertains to 5G, the microchip, and everything. Could they be planning on cutting out the internet? I mean, not just the internet, but the power too. Could. It could. Let's listen to what AMTV says, and I'll tell you what my advisors told me. Because usually the fake news and the fake YouTube news has it all wrong, if you're not noticed. Hell, they got it wrong on the hurricanes, didn't they? All right, guys, here we go. I want y'all to listen to this. And thank you, Teresa, again for sending me the report. Please share this mild and wide and donate to these kids in the military that's fighting for you. The military is homeless and the kids are homeless. But here we go. I'm not. I'm good. All right.
Look at you. You notice the details. So after weeks of seeing this and unloading these and restock. Hey everybody. I'm Christopher Green. You're watching AMTV, Alternative Media Television. I have breaking emergency news. Please get this message out to as many people as you can. Like it, share it, tell your friends and family, and click the bell. Make sure you get our subscription and our subscription feed. I am not hearing this talked about anywhere else. We aren't hearing it from the mainstream media. We're not hearing it from independent news. Russia is planning to shut down their internet in the very, very near future as a test, as a drill to prepare for God knows what. Now, of course, we remember the messaging that we got at the Super Bowl with the Amazon commercial where they had an image of North America and the lights going out. Again, I've talked about this extensively, that the United States of America, the global government powers are preparing for an EMP. They are preparing for a magnetic pulse. And when that happens, we'll bring...
Okay, let's pause it right there. It's not going to be an EMP attack, okay? What is hitting the Earth right now? Solar flares. The sun flares hitting Earth. If it hits the power grid, we're losing. We're going to lose everything. It's like a knockout punch. Mike Tyson knocked out Evander Holyfield. I'm just being honest with you right now. He has got it. I don't know why y'all call it an EMP. Because your government in the New World Order does not want the power to go out. Okay? And I'll tell you why. Because they want to still make money off of y'all. Even though they're making robots to kill you and end your life so the robots can take over and that'd be it. But there is a downfall on this, okay? If the meteors or the asteroids hits the satellites, that could take out the lights. There is two ways that this could happen, and it says it in the Bible. Okay? You may not believe in the Bible. That's fine. That is your decision. You be honest with you. I didn't believe in the Bible at first. How about that? I didn't believe in nothing. I was into haunted houses, scary stuff, gruesome, all that. And I woke up in 2014, everyone. 5 years ago. That's 5 years ago. I'm just now hitting all cylinders for y'all. You know why I'm doing this for all of y'all? Do you know why? Because China wants to come in here and bust your ass. Now, think about it. They got 4 billion. We've got 90 million. That's not including the other countries that wants to come in here and beat our ass because of what we did with 9/11 and what we did to all these people around the Middle East. You don't think China seen this? You don't think Russia seen this? You don't see the other country ready to pounce on your ass. That's why I keep on telling you to share, viral. This ain't about subscribers to me. It's about saving your life and fighting for your freedom and your control of the government. Because the government is controlling you. But you have the power, ladies and gentlemen, to fix that. Let's listen to what he has to say, but I'm telling you, he just got it wrong right off the bat. And what are we in not even 1 minute into this stupid video? This is why I don't watch AMTV. AMTV is CIA. I want you to know that, Teresa. I want you to know that. Anybody that asks for silver and gold selling that stuff, that is CIA. That's a microchip in your silver and gold. Do you know why nobody watches me? Do you know why? Because your big channels has outed me because they know I know the plan. But they are watching me. That's the scary part. I've got a bunch of people watching me on Facebook. I know that much. Not just a bunch, but the whole world is watching me. See, YouTube may be cutting me off, but Facebook is not. I've got more subscribers on Facebook than I do YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. You see where I'm coming from, Michael and Andrew Collins? You can't stop me, buddy. My mom can't stop me. My dad can't stop me. My friends can't stop me. My family can't stop me. Do you know why? Because I'm hell-bent to bring down the NWO, with or without you. Miss Goots, Miss G, you don't need to worry about your name on Facebook or on YouTube, okay? They already know. Why are you so worried? I'm not. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, if you don't stand up for your rights and quit being a coward, everyone, you are going to be skinned alive with knives. They're going to cut you and you're going to feel it, baby. Did you hear me? Did you hear me? I know this is a late Facebook, YouTube live, but guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Guess what? Guess what? I've been working my rear end off. I 8 hours yesterday. Then I hurt my back again, but I'm still here, ladies and gentlemen, for you. For you. And what do you want to do? Dislike my video, Andrew Collins? You're a fat piece of shit, and I'm coming for you, bud. I want you to know that. I want you to know that. Well, I'm not coming for you. My men are coming for you. I'm just the speaker of the Marines militia, bitch. And if you don't like my cussing, leave. Leave. Because I have a respect of these men that fought for this country, That's the difference. You know who controls the United States? Huh? Israel. Israel, ladies and gentlemen. Who controls all the Walmarts? Israel. It's not China. Israel controls China. The Vatican controls China. This plan is to depopulate the country, and I'm way ahead of the game. Ryan said it. I seen the comment. Thank you, dude. I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're back, man. And I know you're preparing. And I'm glad you are. But General John Burke said you better get your fucking head out of your ass. Because General Joseph Dunford is going to stick it straight up your ass. Ladies and gentlemen, there's another story I got to tell you about before I even start the other video. Okay? The helicopters that was in California. And I did check this out with my advisors before I started this. And my boss even pointed it out to me. And I watched the thing too with good votes here. That what happened in California last week with the helicopters? They just saved you. I don't know how to explain this, but there was a lot of bioweapons, hazmat people, and that was getting in the helicopters, and they had like briefcases. You were right, Miss G. You was right. I don't know how to explain this. We were saved in California, ladies and gentlemen. They were waiting on the bomb to blow up, okay? They hit the plates. When the plates hit, the bio weapons would have exploded and blown California hell and back, okay? It still could happen, but it's not going to be as worse. Therefore, half of California is going to go in the water. That's what I see. That's why the bio weapons was saved from. They went into a city, folks, and inside Los Angeles, California. I just found this out. The LA Laker ball is your bio weapon. How about that one? That's a geometry I haven't done yet. I just started doing geometry since the Mega Powers versus the Twin Towers 9/11. What you gonna do, brother, when the truth runs all over you? Boy, did I hit that one, ladies and gentlemen. I did, didn't I? I did. I mean, that was pretty cool because that's not the only 9/11 plot or the sacrifice that WWE did. Owen Hart. There was naming a caution for that. I don't even understand. That 2019 update is complete garbage. Complete garbage. That should have been a caution. I had to go through the grass so I wouldn't damage my car because I got damage on. I play real. I don't like that crap, that fake stuff. But yeah, going back to the bio weapons, that's part of the plan. That's just one of the plans. Christine, I haven't done the report on this yet. Christine, something's going on with Halloween, Halloween 3, all the Halloweens is Michael Myers is a robot, like Terminator. Okay? That's not all. Christine is the car that comes to life from driveless cars after the internet gets hacked. That's not all, folks. Elon Musk just announced this week that he wants to turn the Wi Fi on for free for y'all. Do y'all want that? Anybody out there to say anything? I put the comments down below. George V. Wow, so what happened in LA is what I thought it could have been. AM operation, not training, heavy stuff. Yes. Yes. They saved y'all's life, California. That was Trump that saved y'all, folks. Trump knew about it and he got them guys on the helicopters to get that stuff out. They acted like it was a training so people wouldn't have a heart attack of what was going on. If them people would have known really what was going on, they would have went berserk. So, yeah, George. Yeah, George, you're completely right on something. No free Wi-Fi. If it's 5G, it could. That's the plan. Think about it. It's like the snake, or hold on, like Adam and Eve. Take the apple, right? The snake tells you to take the apple, right? This is reverse psychology. And Adam and Eve gets the apple. What happens to them? It poisons them. Same thing with Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is connected to Apple. Apple is connected to chemtrails. It's all connected, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to warn you and help you get through this. Get off the medication if you're going to get on Wi-Fi in the internet. Okay? I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to help y'all. I'm trying to save your life so we'll have a fighting chance against China when they come in here with their fake UFOs, aka the invasion that everybody's talking about. Which it's going to be drones. Yes, just like in the movie They Live. Another Carpenter movie. Halloween 3 and Christine along with They Live is all connected to all this, folks. Halloween is the witch's hat. The witch's hat is the Illuminati. It's all connected, ladies and gentlemen. The Antichrist is supposed to show up and kill the Pope this summer. Whew. Yeah, I couldn't believe I got that one. People were saying that people were telling me on Facebook that I am the next Edward Snowden. Please, I don't work for the CIA. Okay, I work with people that worked in the CIA, ex-CIA, okay, that walked away from the crowd. I'm not Edward Snowden. Please don't tell me that. I feel like Dale Earnhardt Jr. and I'm going to be the next Dale Sr. and that went down the drain, didn't it? No, we don't want to go there. We don't. I want to be me. I'm different. I sing to a whole different tune. I don't dress like a yes man no more. I used to wear suit and ties. I don't wear them no more. I'm like a country boy like you and me. Okay? I'm like somebody that wants to save you. Because this lady saved me. Okay, Carmen hit me so bad she split my tooth. And you know what? I deserved it. And I'm glad she did it. But I'm being honest with you folks. Do not comment ugly things down below, or the CIA or the NSA will get you. I know for a fact because it's happened to me, ladies and gentlemen. I promise. I'm warning you because I care about y'all. Elon Musk has a plan to kill humanity He's not going to just use microchips and masks to put on your head from Halloween. That's a good plan. They're going to do that. Don't get me wrong. But it's not time yet. It's coming, though. Between now and 5 more years, I think, oof, all I got to say is get ready, man. This is going to be a freaking war. A fight. Humanity versus Terminator or the robots or, you know what I mean? The machines. I believe that you want to save people. You've said that you care about others in past shows when trolls would accuse you of racism. Yeah, how's that? My stepmom's African American, dude. I mean, how's that? I've got friends. Get this. I told a guy at the mall that the reason Alabama lost is because it was a storyline. Clemency, the courts, everything is geometry, folks. I created something that nobody could understood. I created to see the future, but read and watch a lot of movies predictive programming. Everything that's happening has happened in the 80s on a movie or 70s or maybe 60s. It may have went longer than 60s. Whenever we started watching TV, okay? I know 1979 was the first Daytona 500 aired on TV. And that was when they started the WWE fake fights. That wasn't real. The Bonnets and the Allisons told me that story in Hewtown. That was just a stunt to get fans to start watching NASCAR. Same way with WWE. Same way with sports. I told somebody the reason the Golden State Warriors won the championship in NBA is because the Golden State Bridge, or the Golden Warriors, the bridge is the Golden Bridge on the California, that sign, and it's trying to tell you that the bridge is going to go down. There's 2 bridges that's going to go down, folks. That one and the London Bridge. London Bridge is falling down. If you look at that song, London Bridge is falling down, and the Shamrock song from Halloween 3, it's the same song. How about that one? Think about it. I just put that Halloween 3 witch's hat on video because it hit me like a ton of bricks that they're going to use the chemtrails. CERN is connected to the chemtrails and 5G, the internet, everything. So if Putin is going to take down the internet, is he going to blow up CERN? That's what I hope he's going to do. I actually emailed Russia to tell them that was the plan, and they agreed. They said that might be it. That might be the reason we got to go into CERN. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but I am concerned about something else. Over the week, Mike Pence and Donald Trump was almost assassinated, folks. Mike Pence was leaving Russia, and somebody tried to attack the airplane in the air. Okay, they had to get some. They had to get the MiGs and jets to stop it. There was a missile coming toward Mike Pence's plane, folks, and they stopped it. So this is not the first chance. Pelosi, remember what Pelosi said after the emergency, national emergency that Donald Trump announced. It was Pelosi saying, well, we can do the same thing. It could happen, folks. But she said, well, we could do the national emergency with a Democratic president, and that's the plan, guys. I'm telling you, we don't got long. We need to stand on it, and I mean stand on it, hit the NOS button. But Pelosi hinted that a Democratic president could be Pelosi, could be Hillary Clinton, it could be Obama. By the way, Obama's coming back as the Speaker of the UN. And they're going to connect the UN, and the White House all together. Somehow, the White House gets blown up, okay? And the UN is your government. That's what happens. We've got only 10 years on that. The UN's coming in, guys. They're already here. They're underground. They're using the underground tunnels, the underground cities. They've been living here for, I think the 70s is what my grandfather kept on telling me, because he was in World War III, II, and he said that the UN has been here since the 60s, since Hitler. And believe it or not, Hitler, I cannot believe I'm about to say this. Hitler was controlled by the NWO, and Hitler had no idea that the government in the United States was coming in on him. How about that one? What'd you think about that one, George? You still there? Anybody still there besides George? I mean, I've been hitting all cylinders for y'all, and the reason I'm not getting a lot of subscribers no more is because people are dying through the storms, hurricanes, and the volcanoes, and around the world and stuff. Okay. Well, George, if you've been watching all of my videos and on my YouTube channels and everything, I actually put in some of the stuff that people don't realize. I was blown away, believe it or not, when Edward Snowden and advisors gave me a chance to do this. According to research, Hitler was funded by the NWO. Yes. He was named Man of the Year by Time Magazine. Yes. Just like the Nobel Prize was Obama. Yes. He's a puppet. I was trying to get to that point. But there's so much. I'm trying to get everything in before this race is over, because the reason I came on this late is because I've hit gold, folks. I found something that y'all need to use and you need to do, okay? You need to get on the Lucky on Facebook. Facebook is giving out cash. If you ever heard of Lucky, look it up. They're giving out cash on PayPal. I want y'all to check that out. I'm up to 28,000 on coins. And I have not cashed in yet because I know what I have to do on winning that thing. But I told the guy, "What's up, bro?" "I'm doing all right, man. How you doing, Lickety? Haven't heard from you in a while, bud." There's a lot going on, bud. The Russians are their AMC TV, whatever his name is, AMTV, is talking about, talking about cutting off the internet, which I think that's a CIA lie. I think the internet gets cut off by none other than sun flares or asteroids or meteors to satellites or on our power grid. I don't think it's going to be EMP, ladies. I don't. I really don't. If you believe that, then you believe that we went to the moon. I mean, that seriously. Just so much going on with the weather, people getting killed by snowstorms, the UN coming in, sneaking up on y'all while it's freaking 20 below and it's freezing with no power. The lights are out, and then here they come in, rushing your house. That's what they've been doing, guys. They're doing it in California. They're doing it up north. They're doing it everywhere besides the south. The only time they're doing us on the south is during the hurricanes. It's weird. But the UN did show up during the tornadoes in Wetumpka a couple of weeks ago in Alabama. But we're about to flood. They're talking about 10 to 6 inches of rain, not snow, but rain. We're going to need a freaking ship. Hope it don't sink, because it's going to be... The city of Birmingham is like a big hole. And if they put so much rain in the city, there ain't going to be... And they just took out the bridges. I don't know if y'all heard, but the bridge at the Civic Center is gone for a whole year. When they put the bridges back, I think that's when World War III will start in martial law, because they got to have the bridges for the tanks. You notice the roads are not being fixed, only the tanks. Only the bridges for the tanks. Anybody notice that? The roads are like crap. So, remember what I just said. The roads, we don't need roads, we need tanks, is what the NWO thinks. So, and if you got a low car like I do, I got a Camaro, and my oil pan is messed up right now because of the roads. The potholes are so dang bad. They're not working on the roads, they're working on the dang the dang bridges for the tanks. And I want y'all to understand, they're planning on doing this. They're waiting on the robots to be fixed and ready to go. The drones, the reason they're taking the guns down so you won't shoot their drones with AR-15s. The reason they don't care about your pistols is because the AR-15s won't miss the drones. You see where I'm coming from? There's so much to tell y'all. My stepfather has an AR-15, and he's not going to go without a fight. He's former Navy, and he's been reading on the YouTube. I got a YouTube channel, and he just found out about it, and he's starting to study what I'm doing, and he's like, "Holy crap, who is this?" Somebody is. I don't know who that was. Somebody messaging me saying hi. Hello. I'm live. How you doing? Got people messaging me on Messenger. But yeah, y'all need to share the videos. I'm not asking for money. Yeah, the donations is fine and everything, but it's not for me. I got a real job. The donations are for the kids in the military. It's not for me. I promise you guys. They're not for me. Y'all don't understand. Money's not for everybody, and I don't know how to explain it. I've had money. I've made $6,000 a day. I work and make $60 and $70 an hour. I don't have to have money. I have 4 asks 14 AR. Oh yeah, great. But you need to trade your pistols in for AR-15s. Anything that can hit them freaking drones. Them drones are going to be like bees, okay? I've already showed you them drones on all of my YouTube channels. Every one of my YouTube channels shows you what their plan is. Okay, Terminator, believe it or not, is connected to Halloween and Michael Myers. They're building Michael Myers, and they're building RoboCop in Chicago right now. Murphy. So did YouTube just delete one of your messages? I got message retracted on here. I think one of your messages just got bots are fucking you up, bud. Somebody just fucked you up, partner. I hate that shit. I did. Okay. So The reason I got on here is to tell you what's going on. AMTV, if they're selling gold and silver, that is a microchip in your, and gold and silver problems here, guys. If my internet keeps on messing up and everything, cut this short, but I don't want to cut it short, but I'm trying to warn y'all what's going on and everything. I wish I just got connected to Anonymous again on my other Facebook, and I'm about to start sharing all of my videos. And they are welcoming my videos. They know the plan. They are behind me 100%. InfoWars is CIA. Roger Stone is CIA. That's the reason he didn't get arrested. It was all a plot. I've already reported this. I'm just giving you heads up that they just want you to start a civil war with African Americans, blacks. You know what I mean? It's sad, but it's true, and I don't think it should be right. Think about the movie Purge 4, when the African Americans said, "We need to work together. Our government don't give a damn about us," and he's right. Right. And I think that's what we need to do. I think we need to rise against the machines. And that is a machine we're against, guys. We're against the rich people that's getting killed by rich people that's killing poor people. Okay? They're killing, I just found this out. They're killing Obama and the Clintons and the Podestas for being sloppy on their emails. I want y'all to know that. Okay? That's why they're dying. They're using them as a crucify. They're crucifying them, ladies and gentlemen. Coming after you too. I want you to know that. The plan is not over. 88 was on Donald Trump's podiums. What did I just put out tonight on my Halloween video? Halloween Witches Hat Part 3 with Michael Myers was even in it. Did you know that, ladies and gentlemen? Michael Myers was in the TV. While they were watching the TV, Michael Myers was killing people on there. How about that? So he never left. They said Michael Myers wasn't in the movie. Yes, he was. And the guy that the doctor, I put that video in there for a reason. I decoded it for a reason. Decoding End Times is a good video, good YouTube channel. Me and him are working hard together right now, and we're following each other like a freaking hawk. That man just put out the Twin Towers versus the mega powers. WWE did predict 9/11. So did the Simpsons. That's not all. They predicted Owen Hart's death before it even happened. Yes. Undertaker did some kind of speech. I think I talked about this last year on my YouTube channel. But Undertaker did a speech a week before the pay-per-view, before Owen Hart died. Chris Benoit did not kill his family. They murdered him, and they looked like he killed his family. I want y'all to know that. Trump and the Clintons and, believe it or not, Obama and the McMahons are all friends. Y'all are all being played to start a war with each other. You see them getting this? People say WWE is fake. Not the storylines, and neither is the injuries. I should know that. I see wrestlers coming into UAB hospital all the time with injuries. But the reason I said this is AMTV could be right on some of it. Let's keep on. Let's get with this.
Down the entire grid, put us in emergency emergency declaration, state of war. So why is Russia preparing for this now? They have given us a loose date. They say that this can take place any time from right now, when you're watching this video, to April 1st, of which they will shut down the internet and run on their own intranet. Now, it's important to notate that DARPA, the deep state, our government here in the United States, created the internet, right? It was a means of communication in the event of a nuclear attack, of the grid going down. It's a way for government powers, entities to talk to each other as a modern form of warfare. It's also important to note that the United States pretty much controls the internet infrastructure. So it would make sense in preparation for war that the BRICS nations, whether or not this is Russia.
Nope. Chapo is a fake story too, partner. El Chapo is it's like a 9/11 plot, okay? I'm just giving you heads up. I'm not trying to argue with you or nothing, okay? Our wall has been funded by the New World Order 13 world banks. That's what I was trying to tell you. The doctor in that video that I just put out on my other channel, Anonymous Wormwood News, that doctor is actually in the NWO video that I did a couple of weeks ago. I want y'all to remember that. They're all set up together as actors, and the real people are taking you down are the military, okay? I want y'all to know that. Let's keep on. But yeah, El Chapo is a distraction.
A billion Chinese or Iran, and we see a lot of rhetoric right
Yes. Crisis actors. You got it.
now in the Middle East would want to run on their own internet if and when, more importantly, an event like this transpires. Now, again, there's a great book on this, 1 Second After. I encourage you to read it. It's recommended by Newt Gingrich, who did a foreword, who explains in a fiction, but really it's not fake, it's reality, what will happen the seconds, minutes, hours, days, and months after this attack, and what this will look like to and for the American population. Let me quickly go to this article that I pulled, and again, there is not enough people talking about this. Russia Ready's own web to survive global internet shutdown. Russian authorities and major telecom operators are preparing to disconnect the country from the World Wide Web as part of an exercise. And we see exercises and drills more often than not. By the way, to prepare for future cyber attacks, Russian news agency RBK reported last week. The purpose of the exercise is to develop a threat analysis and provide feedback to a proposed law introduced in the Russian parliament last December. The draft, called the Digital Economy National Program, requires Russian internet service providers, ISPs, to guarantee the independence of the Russian internet, RUNET, in the event of a foreign attack to sever the countries from the World Wide Web. So this is modern warfare. This is modern technological warfare. It's why we see even the trade negotiations.
Okay, when he said modern warfare, where have we heard that from, guys? If you know anything about gaming, where is that from? Anybody know? Lickety Split, you know anything about that, George? Where have I heard modern warfare at from? Bio 2, Call of Duty, yes, and you're on it, guys, doing good. That other game, shoot, Bio, shoot, what did you say it was called again? Bio 2, I think. I think so. I'm trying to think. Something Bio, if I'm not mistaken. Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3. Yes. Get this. They're doing the same thing with weather. modern war weather. Okay, World War III started, guys, in 2017. Okay, we got 25 more years. They already predicted 27 years for World War III. We are in World War III right now. Believe it or not, it's a sneaky attack, and it's a attack on humanity. And on top of that, y'all been hearing a lot of food. Yes, yes. Well, it's not just HARP. The 13 World Banks, Rothschilds controls the weather too. He who controls the weather controls the world. You probably heard that from Dane Winnington. Yes, CERN. Yes, we are, dude. That's what's making all the earthquakes. That's what's shaking Earth like a freaking drunken man. You know what I mean? It's making sense. And people thought I was crazy at first. And I was like, golly, how many times do I have to put out more information to let people know what's going on? Look, I put something out on Facebook and people are sharing the crap out of it right now. Anonymous had a picture of Anonymous and it said, guys, we cannot make the government think we look stupid because they're laughing in our face. Seriously, we cannot let the government think that we're stupid and dumb. We got to be smarter than this. We got to be ahead of the game. That's why I was ahead of all the earthquakes, the volcanoes, and the hurricanes last year. Do you know how many people I've saved since I started this? A bunch. Some people die because they didn't listen, because they use mother of all bombs every time they hit you with a hurricane. So when I say hurricane warning in effect and it's coming to your city, you need to leave. Seriously. And I've already called out the cities where they're going to be at. What is that? 5G? Yes. That's like a remote control car, right? They're making hurricanes look the same. It's the same way, dude. It's crazy, but it's the truth.
With China right now and their telecom providers and their technology providers, is Apple wages war against, and our deep state wages war against these other companies. It goes on, talks about the telecom operators themselves, and then gives us a loose date. Says the exercise is expected to occur before April 1st. So anytime from right now to April 1st, as Russian authorities have not given exact dates. So this is a warning to the American people to wake up, to understand that this is being prepped for, that this is not.
And April 1st. April 1st is April Fool's. Wow, would that be something? The internet goes out April 1st. Would that be something? I don't believe it, though. I think that's just a naysayer lie right there. AMTV's never got none of his stories right. He's been saying the power is going to go out for the last 8 years since Obama came in office. Seriously. Or 10 years. And I haven't heard anything good come out of this guy. And that's why I'm trying to let you know, Teresa, Russell, that this guy is full of it. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm cutting this video off right now because he just made no sense. So I wanted to let you know, watch out for CIA AMTV. Thanks for the report, though. Let's keep on. We got more. And you're going to be shocked. Former military speaks out about witches. We just did just like I said, I did a video on witches a while ago. I appreciate you showing up, guys. I don't know who's in there. I don't know who's liking or disliking. Doesn't matter if you dislike or like. It's all about the views because people need to wake up. I've already woke up over close to 6 million views. So that's not bad. That's better than nothing. I've got a lot of people watching on Facebook. Hello, Facebook people. Yes, I'm recording both. Ain't that something? All right, let's try to do this. You're going to be shocked. This is military talk, okay? Military telling you what's going on, how it's happening, and everything else. And it's going to blow you away when you hear the stories, okay? It's going to blow you away. Let me start off with this. Where's the point out? He's not getting a lot of views, and I think it's because he's telling the truth. And that's okay, because I think he's getting a lot. And be honest with you, this guy, a lot. He's telling the truth on a bunch of stuff. Where did it go? All right, here you go. Let's see if I can get it. Let's see what we have. Yes, see what we go here. Yeah, there it is. All right, guys, listen to this. You're going to be freaking out. All right? You might want to spit your popcorn out on this one. This is former military speaking out, guys. Why he got kicked out of the army. I hope y'all are enjoying the show. I know it's late, but this is really important.
Oh yeah, Steve, this is going to be a series of clips that are, it's a remake, and probably a set of the most important clips that we'll show here today. It definitely follows the prophecies of the Bible, and I really hope people can stay with us through these series and watch them, think about them, pray about them, because I think it will explain a lot about what's happening here today. Thanks.
You're probably wondering, what does it mean when I speak about the heroic?
Thank you, George. If you had a video or YouTube, I would subscribe to you. That's how I do it. People subscribe to me, I subscribe to them. It's all about working as a team since YouTube has screwed us over.
In mind. Now, we're living in very, very strange times. And the times we are living in not only affect us, but affect the entire world. And before they killed Tyndall,
I've subscribed to you too, Lickety Split. I got you, partner. Got your back.
he had one last prayer. And he said, Lord, open the eyes of the King of England. And so before I start this lecture, not that I want to be in Tyndall's character, in shoes, but before I start this lecture, I also would like to pray and ask the Lord for a special favor. So if you will allow me. Heavenly Father, throughout the ages you have wanted the eyes of those that do not see to be opened. And today I want to pray that you will open the eyes of your church. And that you will not only open the eyes of your church, but that you will open the eyes of the whole world, so that the gathering may commence. This is my prayer in Jesus' name. Amen. Now that might seem like a somewhat strange preamble to some, but in today's world and in today's climate of cooperation and ecumenism, it is not politically correct to speak about the issues pertaining to the three angels' messages. And this is causing quite some consternation. There are even some who believe that prophecy being conditional, the issues regarding the Antichrist, and what the reformers believed regarding the papal system, that doesn't apply because it could be a conditional prophecy and it might never happen. Perhaps it only has an eschatological future, but not for the here and now. So today we can be in ecumenical sessions as whatever, guests or as observers, but it doesn't really pertain to us. There are some that say we should not preach on the issue of the Antichrist and three angels' messages in the way that we do, because it is offensive. We should have other ways of preaching this issue. And some will say it's not part of our 28 fundamental beliefs. And if you study them carefully, it doesn't say so. It says that the reformers believe that the papal system was Antichrist, but it doesn't pertinently say we still believe it. Although it is there, of course, in the spirit of prophecy. But if you say that the spirit of prophecy cannot be used in that sense, well, then you don't really have a leg to stand on, and it opens the floodgates, and anything can come into the church. And so today, when you start speaking on these issues and you link history and you link current events to the prophecies, they have a nice catchphrase for it, and it's called conspiracy theories. Have you?
Just found out conspiracy theories word is a pedophile word. Ain't that something?
Exegesis of the Bible linked to current events is not conspiracy but fulfillment of prophecy. And so this is quite a problem to me. And when some of our leading men write that we should not look at current events and watch the news to see what is happening, because then we are inclined towards these conspiracy theories, and please do not support anyone that does this kind of thing. Or when even leaders start discussing this issue and saying that those who propagate any such ideas should really not be tolerated, then it is time to take a deeper look. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to speak about the issue first in the philosophical sense and see where it leads. And then, hopefully, we can come to some kind of conclusion to where we are in the stream of time and where it fits into prophecy. If some would want to call this conspiracy, they may. If some of them would rather see it as a confederacy, then they may too. I see it as a fulfillment of prophecy, and I see it as a fulfillment of the Word of God, and I can see that we are heading towards the very final events on this planet. 8 testimonies. There is a study of history that is not to be condemned. Sacred history was one of the studies in the school of the prophets. In the record of his dealings with the nations were traced the footsteps of Jehovah. So today we are to consider the dealings of God with the nations of the earth. We are to see in history the fulfillment of prophecy, to study the workings of providence in the great reformatory movements, and to understand the progress of events in the marshalling of the nations for the final conflict of the great controversy. That's a commission. And that is a commission which is in direct contradiction to the sentiments that I have just spoken about. We have an injunction, if we are watchmen on the walls of Zion, to watch the events of history and to fit them into prophetic pictures, or else we could just miss the bus. I wouldn't like anyone to miss the bus, and particularly.
Yeah, but if you read George Soros's book, He wants you to be looking like you're crazy. And I believe that's what this is all about. The 13 world banks want you to look like you're crazy. I got Kyle Bush back for hitting me a while ago.
My church. I fear for my church when they marginalize the third angel's message and the second angel's message. Let us go back in history. This is the god Marduk, and he had a sign which was the sign of Anu. He also has a sword, and he has a trident, two tridents in fact here, which are in actual fact thunderbolts. You will find this deity as you go through the various cultures in many, many forms. You will find the deities throwing their thunderbolts from the Zeus of the Greeks all the way through the cultures of the world. Now, many of these legends have their origin in some reality. And the origin goes back all the way to the very beginning. You see, the god Marduk was the son of Anu. And he had the commission, he received the commission to rule over evil. So the earth and the creation and everything that was here was evil, and he received authority from God to rule over the darkness and the evil. And his sign is embroidered here on the hem of his coat and upon his arm. He has the mark of authority to rule over the powers of evil.
It's getting good in a minute. This guy is good. Him and his other buddy got screwed over by the government that was in the army. The Pope is involved with the sex acts with the kids under the Vatican. That's why he'll be murdered by the Antichrist.
A reference all the way back to the beginning and the story of Cain and Abel. Here is the god Shamash, and here he has the symbol of Anu, this 8-pointed star, which was two crosses, as it were. The wavy line represents the female and the straight lines represents the male principle, because these deities were always in consort. They were male and they were female. Now Ishtar was the queen of the night, as she is called in the British Museum, and she also had a star, and as you can see, it is the same symbol. It is the sign of Anu, and she also ruled the night. And you find her in all the different cultures. When you go to Egypt, it will be Isis and Horus, the sun, and Osiris, the father, who then became reborn as the sun. So these were the deities that...
That's how they used ISIS. The government used ISIS, guys. The government used the Bible. And they say they don't believe in God. Like I said, the atheists are reading the Bible. And they're seeing what's going on. So they're using the Bible for depopulation of the country and of the world.
Ruled over evil and had the authority from the Creator God to rule over the children of evil. And so they have probably got their origin in a greater reality. Now, when you look at the laws and the structures that they evolved to rule over people, then we find some interesting facts here. This is one of the earliest laws known, the Code of Hammurabi. It is well preserved, the Babylonian law code, and it dates back to 1772 BC. It's one of the oldest deciphered writings of significant length in the world. It's the sixth Babylonian king, Hammurabi, enacted the code, and partial copies exist on a human-sized stone stele in various clay tablets. Now, the code consists of 282 laws, with scaled punishments, adjusting an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, as graded depending on social status, slave versus free man. Nearly one half of the code deals with matters of contract, establishing, for example, the wages to be paid to an ox driver or a surgeon. So these are laws of government. Do they remind you of laws today? Do we have laws governing all these things coming into existence in the world all over?
Yes, we do. He's right. All the government is nothing but they're after the poor people's money so you won't get ahead. That's all the plan of the government, folks.
Big statute books of law. So they dealt with many, many things. So they dealt with economic measures, they dealt with labor questions, they dealt with penal punishments for various crimes. Other provisions set the terms of the transaction, establishing the liability of a builder for a house that collapses. Do we have laws like that today?
Yeah.
For example, or property that is damaged while left in the care of another. Do we have laws like that today?
Yes, we do.
A third of the code addresses issues concerning household and family relationships, such as inheritance, divorce, paternity, sexual behavior. Do we have laws like that today?
Yes, we do. But let's hit that break for a minute. The only reason we have that law is because the rich people gets to do and break them laws because they got money. You see where I'm coming from? Like for instance, if you passed if you had a ticket. Oh shoot! What is going on with this thing today? Tonight? Let's see if that worked. It worked? Yeah. All right. See, if you had a ticket and everything, and you're driving a Lamborghini, okay, and you were from Dubai and you were in Canada, you were driving back and forth to Canada. What happens? He's got a piece of paper saying that Dubai in the Middle East owns the United States. That's why they don't mess with people from another country. But they're blaming the Middle East. It's reverse psychology. Let's keep on.
Only one provision appears to impose obligations on an official. This provision establishes that a judge who reaches an incorrect decision is to be fined and removed from the bench permanently. A handful of provisions address issues related to military service. And then it is signed with the following. On this stela, it says, Anu and Bel called by name me, Hammurabi, the exalted prince who feared Marduk, the chief god of to bring about the rule in the land. So they had the power to rule. They had their capacity to rule from the highest authority, who they said was God. God gave them the power to rule. Now, if we go to our Bible commentary, we'll see that the Code of Hammurabi was one of the oldest collections of laws, but there were others as well that were older than that. It was written in Sumerian, this one, and then it was discovered near Baghdad. And then the code of King Balama of Eshuna, who ruled some 300 years before Hammurabi was found. And then another law was found, that of Ur-Nammu. And it's fascinating that the further you go back in history, the more similarity there is between God's law and the laws of the nation. So as people moved away further and further from allegiance to God's law, the laws became more and more and more intrusive and more complex. But these people who had these laws ruled with an iron fist over the people of the earth, authorized by God. Isaiah chapter 14 verse 13, and thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. So let's go back to the earliest times. Here was a power in heaven, Lucifer, and he wanted to be in charge. He wanted to sit in the seat that God occupied. Har, mountain, that means a kingdom, the parallel in the Bible. So he wanted to sit upon the kingdom of God, as it were, and he wanted to be part of this congregation. So by implication, an assembly, the congregation, a place of meeting or a signal, appointed place, assembly, feast, season, solemn synagogue. He wanted to rule over the people. He wanted to have rulership. Well, we know
pretty interesting, isn't it? Shocking, really, if you want to know the truth. Did that surprise you? I got another one for you. Alright, I'm going to show you. I'm going to let you hear this one. We're not going to go through the whole thing. But I want y'all to hear this. This is going to blow you away. It blew me away when I heard it. And it makes sense.
God's people have a law. And it's the law, as we find it in the Bible, which defines character, the Ten Commandments. And is there a war between good and evil? Yes, it's called enmity between thee and the woman, God's people, those who belong to God's church, the woman. So they are subject to a law. They have a covenant with God. But they are not taken out of this world. They are part of this world. And they are living in a world that is ruled, not everywhere or hardly any place, by God's people. Is that right? So the others are ruling. With what authority are they ruling? And how are they ruling?
Makes sense, because now they're putting a wall up for you to keep you locked up in here.
And all of these, and as long as the law doesn't interfere with God's law, God says you must obey the public authorities. So you must be part of the system without becoming engrossed in the system. Now we read that this declaration, I will put enmity, was not only a declaration of war, but it was the first gospel preached, the first gospel sermon ever preached to fallen man. This promise was the star of hope, illuminating the dark and dismal future of the race. Adam gladly received the welcome assurance of deliverance and diligently instructed his children in the way of the Lord. So here was a chance, a way out. Instruct your children. The promise was presented in close connection with the altar of the sacrificial offering. You cannot separate the two. Salvation always lies outside of ourselves. It is in Christ. The altar and the promise stand side by side, and one casts clear beams of light upon the other, showing that the justice of an offended God could be appeased only by the death of his beloved Son. So if you are in Christ, you are linked to the sacrifice. In the case of Cain and Abel, we have a type of two classes that will exist in the world till the close of time. And this type is worthy of close study. So this is strike two. We have to study history. We have to study the dealings of God with the nations. We have to study the providences of God in current times and apply them to what God has promised would happen. That's prophecy. And we are to study these two archetypes. It's part of our job description. Cain represents those who carry out the principles and works of Satan. By worshiping God in a way of their own choosing. It doesn't say they don't worship God. It says they worship God in a way of their own choosing. This is very important.
Think about it. What they're saying is they believe in God, but they have sex with kids and murder them and eating them and drinking their blood and everything else, but they still believe in God. Tell me, if I'm not mistaken, tell me that everyone in the government and even in Hollywood is doing the same thing. That's pretty much provoking God in the wrong way. And that's why he's coming with asteroids and meteors and wormwood and everything else. I'm telling you guys, we're coming to an end very, very soon. Now I'm going to come back to this tomorrow. If you want to come back and listen to this at 4 o'clock tomorrow at 4 o'clock Central Time, do so, because I've got some more of the former military and former Army that got kicked out of the Army for this reason, for believing in Jesus Christ. How about that stuff? And I want y'all to hear this because it's going to blow you away. Half of your military has already got the microchip. I wanted y'all to know that. But that is it for me tonight. That race was not easy. I'm just glad I finally got a good setup before I got through the season on that one. But 2019 update, NASCAR fans, really wasn't worth it, to be honest with you. That was just no caution when that car flipped upside down like that. I mean, they really messed something up really bad. But I love all of y'all. Thank you for watching. I know it was late. Please share this mild and wide, because what I just put out tonight is going to happen. April 1st. AMTV? Really? Dude, you need to retire, whoever you are. And thank you, Teresa Russell, for giving me the information. It teaches you a lesson that you might want to watch who you're watching. Take care. Y'all be safe.